Okay. So there are second two kinds of verbs are regular verbs and irregular verb. So regular verb are those which can change from first form to second form by the help of D, ed, and ied. So that is simple rules. Like we have 5 forms of verb normally. So if you want to change them from first form to second form especially, so we can change it by the help of D, ed, and ied. So like we have example, dance is the verb which we are going to change it to second form of verb. So we add D at the end of it to change it to second form, like we have danced. Like we have another one, cook. So the second form of cook is cooked. We have changed from the first form to second by the help of ed. Likewise, we say study. So study is the first form verb. If you are going to change it to second form, so you will change the y to I and add ed, like studied. So all those verbs which can change from first form to second form by the help of D, ed, and ied. So those are actually called what? Those are called regular verb. Now the question arises that where we will add D, where we will add ed, and where we will add ied. So that is the question. So here we have next rules for it.
सर आवाज में स्लो रही सर आवाज में स्लो रही
Okay, wait a minute, please. Let me share my screen again because there is a problem.
consultant. Your class please.
Okay, you have already written it. So I will just explain it then because now the screen cannot be shared. So I says here that the verb which can change from first form to second form by the help of D, ed, and ied. So those are called regular verb. And the verb which cannot be changed from by the help of D, ed, and ied, like we say here, we have the word dance. So dance is the word when we are going to change it to second form. So we add D at the end of it, like we say danced. So the first form changed to second form. Can you see the board?
Yes, sir.
Esaz?
Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Board is unseen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we okay. So let me share the screen again then for you people. Okay. In the regular verb, we talk about that the verb which can change from first form to second form by the help of D, ed, and ied. Now the question arises that where we add D, where we add ed, and where we add ied. So rules for adding only D. D is added with those verbs which ends with E. Mean the verb which ends with only E, so you will add D at the end of it. Like we have the word dance. So dance is the word which ends with E, so we plus D at the end of it. Like you can see, dance plus D. So is equal dance, so it becomes second form of verb. Like we say use. So use is the first form of verb and it ends with E. So if you are going to change it to second form, so you will add D at the end of it, like we have used. Like we say abuse, abuse is the verb which ends with E. If you are going to change it to second form, so you will add D at the end of it, like we say abused. Likewise beg, likewise adore. So D rules is for those verbs when the word ends with E and you want to change it to second form, so you will add D at the end of it to change it to second form of verb. Likewise, we see here rules for adding ED. ED is added with both which ends with E and vowel plus Y. Two rules are there. Mean ED is added with those verbs which ends with E and vowel plus Y. So Without E, sorry. So like we have cook. So cook is the verb which ends without E. So we add ed at the end of it. Like we say cooked. Likewise, we have here the word play. So play is ended without E. So we add ed at the end of it, like played. Likewise, fast. So we add ed fast. Pray, prayed. Call, called. Delay, delayed. Listen, listened. Stay, stayed. Watch, watched. And decoy, decoyed. So the verb which ends without E, we will add ed at the end of it to change it to second form of verb. Likewise, we also have here rules for adding IED. So, mean IED is added with those verbs which ends with consonant plus Y. When the verb ends with consonant and then at the end there is Y, so you will remove mean that Y and you will add IED. Like this is study. So study is the word which ends with D plus Y. D is consonant and Y is letters there. So when it is finished with consonant plus Y, so you will change the Y to I and then ADD. Like we say study. So in the study, we remove Y and we add IAD. You can see studied. Likewise, cry. So we remove Y from it and we add IAD. I cried. Likewise, cry. So cried, modify, modified, and try, tried. So mean there are two types of verb for us. Like we call regular verb, we call irregular verb. So irregular verb are those verbs which can change from first form to second form by the help of D, ED, and IED. We already explained where to add D, where to add ED, where to add IED. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we have irregular verb. The verb which can
आप लोग अपना माइक बंद करें यार, बहुत शोर आ रहा है.
by adding D, ED, and IED.
Izzad,
Simply,
Izzad,
regular
mic
verbs
बंद कर.
change from first form to second form by the help of D, ED, and IED. And irregular verbs are those which cannot be changed by the help of D, ED, and IED. Like we say speak, so speak has been changed to spoke. By which rule? We didn't change it by the help of D, we didn't change it by the help of ED, we didn't change it by the help of IED. It is a complete different form. Or maybe same form, not always different form. Like speak, spoke. So we didn't change it by the help of this rule. We call it irregular verb. Like we say write, so write we have changed to wrote. So we didn't change it by the help of this rule. Like we say come, so come we have changed to came, not by the help of rule of D, ED, and IED. And cut, second form is also cut. No difference is there. So the verb, again let me repeat my lecture. The verb which change from first form to second form by the help of D, ED, and IED. So those are simply called regular verb, and the verb which cannot be changed from first form to second form by the help of D, ED, and IED. So those are called irregular verb. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Any student who has a question, so they can ask the question in our subgroup. I can explain them, and also you can also ask the question in chat them. So I will explain.
Sir, dito huwa kada mic band ki sir, mic kalau kori sir no player masla da bake sir.
What?
सर सबको बोले कि माइक बंद करो, बहुत शोर आ रहा है यहाँ पर.
Sir, dito huwa kada
Mic
mic
are on,
band
so
ki
they
sir
should
mic
off the
band
mic.
dito tolo.
So I will listen the word very clearly. Students should off the mic, and those students should only on the mic who has to ask question. The student who are not asking question has to be off. Students whose mic are on, they should off their mic.
Oves Khan,
Off your
mic
mic.
ka kana.
Always Khan, mute your mic. Always Khan, always.
Only those students should on the mic who want to ask question. The student who doesn't want to ask question, they should off the mic.
दोबारा समझाओ कहीं.
Okay. So regular verb and irregular verb are finished. We will go to auxiliary verb. So you have to take the screenshot out of it first. Then we will move on forward, please. Okay, also ask, take the screenshot of it.
माइक बंद कई का ना
یا لکه مایک بند کړئ یار تاسو څه کوئ دا غوړئ کې د ماشومانو چرګوټو چوغې دي په لیکچر کې دا
یا تاسو نه پوهیږئ ټول له وایي مایک بند کړي راځي مایک ولاړ دی موږ اواز نه راځي موږ دلته خاموشۍ کې ناست یو تاسو پبلک کې ناست یاست اواز راځي بند کړئ
CR से माइक बंद कर
बंद शो
Okay. That full screenshot ke please taso. Shabas smart like zedri ushu.
Sir, din aga first
Yes, sir. So.
One by one, please.
सर जी जमा
CR.
जी सर यो क्वेश्चन दे जमा
Yes, please.
सर जी as the rules of अगर ED वाला बंदे सही पूरे ना शुम सर
Okay, I will repeat for you. تاسو دا په پکچر کې غنا دا سکرین شاټ ټول یو باسي نو بیا مطلب زه دوباره ایکسپلین کوم تاسو ته او تاسو ټول خپل مایک اف کړئ نو چې تاسو کوم کوېسچن نو تاسو مطلب هغه سټوډنټ سره مایک آن کوئ نو مطلب زه بیا تاسو دا کول شم اوکې مطلب پته لګي چې څو کوېسچن کوي نو زه به تاسو ته مطلب بیا ایکسپلینیشن کول شم پلیز تاسو په لړ دا پکچر ټول باسي ماډل اکزري نه پکچر وته
Sir, aga dina pela che
yes sir
agara back kai chagina screenshot واسو
ها اوس په چې دینو واسي تاسو دا یادې
سر دې ټول به سکرین شاټ صبح سملای سره به ګروپ کې شیر کوم اگین بس ما
زه ته وایې زه تاسو ته دا وکړم یا زه سره خپل باندې دا ګروپ کې شو کوم تاسو بس ځان کې کوي دینه بس پکچر والم تاسو سره به شیر کوم پلیز بس تاسو ځان نه کړوي په دې باندې
صحیح ده سر
بس تاسو صرف ځان کې انډرستانډینګ راوړئ اوکې
ٹھیک ده
اوکې ما سره بیا طریقه شته ما ته د پکچر واسم تاسو به دې ته وښیي Please, one of the students says that, sir, I do not understand regular and irregular verb. Let me repeat and focus. But irregular verb are those verbs which can change from first form to second form by adding d, ed, and ied at the end of the first form of verb. Whenever we are going to change first form of verb to second form of verb, by the help of ed, wait a minute, please. Somebody is saying. Okay, so the verb which can change from first form to second form by the help of d, ed, and ied, so we call them regular verbs. There are two rules. Actually, as I already told you, if you remember, we discussed regular and irregular plural. And today we have regular, we also discussed about adjective. Then there were two types of adjective also, regular adjective and irregular adjective. So in those two also you have studied these things, that regular has rules and irregular actually has no rules. That is the real thing.
Yes,
so irregular verb are those which can change from first form to second form of verb by the help of these rules, by the help of d, ed, and ied. So those are actually called regular verbs. Likewise, we say here, example already there for you, like the verb dance ends with e. So we change it to second form by the help of adding d at the end of it. Like we say dance, so danced. Likewise, you can see cook. So cook is the verb which ends with k. So without e, so we add ed at the end of it, like cooked. Like we say study. So study is the verb we change from the first form to second form by the help of ied. So all those verbs which can be changed from first form to second form by the help of D, by the help of ED, and by the help of IED. So those are actually called regular verbs. Like regular, then we have three rules for regular verb. Rules for adding D. Where do we add D then? Because we says in the previous topic, you can see D, ED, and IED. Now the question arises that where we will add D, where we will add ED, and where we will add IED. So the verb which ends with E, so you will add D at the end of it. All those verbs which finishes, which ends with E, so you will add D at the end of it. Like we say dance, so dance is the verb which ends with E. So plus D we have. So we can see is equal danced. So dance is finishing with E letter. I have highlighted for you people. I have written a green. So this verb ends with E. So we plus D at the end of it, and it becomes danced. So dance is actually first form, and danced is second form. Likewise, we say use. Use again is the verb which ends with E. So we add D at the end of it to change it to second form. Like we say use. So the second form is used. Likewise, you can see abuse. So abuse is the verb which ends with E. So we add D at the end of it because it finished with E. So it become abused. Likewise, we say bake. So we add D at the end of it and it become baked. Likewise, we say adore. So adore, we add D at the end of it and it is equal adored. So mean all those verbs which first form of verbs ends with E. So you will add D at the end of it to change it to second form of verb. Rules for adding ED. Where to add ED then? Likewise, we can see here verb which ends with E, without E, or and vowel plus Y. Mean the verb which ends without E, not with E, with any other letter.
Okay, यार otherwise बन के करना यार.
Without any other letter. So you will add ED at the end of it. Or if the verbs ends with okay, so the verb which ends with E, without E, and then are finished with vowel plus Y. So you will add ED at the end of it. Like this is here, cook. So cook is the verb which is not finished with E, which ends with K, with any other letter except E. So we add ED at the end of it. Like we say cook, so cooked. Likewise, we say play. So play is the verb which ends with ED. Sorry, with Y, vowel plus Y. So the verb which ends with vowel plus Y, so still you will add ED at the end of it. Like we say ED, played. Like we say pass, so passed. Pray is vowel plus Y. We say prayed. So there are two rules. When the verb ends without E, and any other letter, and are finishing with vowel plus Y, so you will add ED at the end of it. Like the example are there for you people. So mean for D, one rules, when the verb ends with E, so you will add D, and the verb which ends without E and R vowel plus Y, so you will add ED at the end of it. Like we have third rules for adding IED. IED is added with those verbs which ends with consonant plus Y, means then Y is removed from the verb and we add IED at the end of it. Like we say study. Study is the verb which ends with consonant plus Y. So then we change the Y to I, you can see, and then we add IED. Like we say study, so we have changed it to studied. Likewise, we can say cry. So cry is the verb which ends with RY, R is consonant letter, and then it finished with Y. So we change the Y to I in the next and we add ED. Like we say fry, so fry is also again end with consonant plus Y. So we change the Y to I and add ED. Same is the case with modify, and same is the case with the try. So three rules we have discussed. The verb which ends with E, so we will add D at the end of it to change to the second form. The verb which ends without E or with vowel plus Y, so we will add ED at the end of it. And the verb which ends with consonant plus Y, so then you will change the Y to I and add IED at the end of it. I hope it is clear to all of you. If any question, then you can ask in WhatsApp, so I will help you with that. We have irregular verb. Now, irregular verb are those verbs which cannot be changed by the help of D, ED, and IED. It doesn't have any rules actually. We have already discussed it. Likewise, we say here, and the definition also, it is very easy. the verb which cannot be changed from first form to second form by adding d, ed, and ied at the end of the first form of verb. Like we have speak. So the second form of speak is spoke. So we didn't change it by the help of any rules. Actually, we don't have any rule for it. It is irregular verb. Likewise, we say we have here right. So right we have changed to wrote, by which rules actually we have no rules. Like we say come. So the second form of come is came. So we didn't change it by the help of any rule. Like cut. So the second form is also cut. So the word which cannot be changed by the help of these three rules, like by the help of d, ed, and ied. So those are actually called irregular verb. So regular verb and irregular verb. Regular verb has rules, the rules of d, ed, and ied, and irregular verb has no rules actually. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Clear.
Yes, sir.
We will go to the next one then, auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb are also known as helping verb. Like in the school, we learn the name for it, helping verb. Auxiliary verb and helping verb are almost the same. So, auxiliary verb shows the tense, also change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Like we have example, he has spoken English. So which tense is this? It tells us about the tense, that which tense is this. So we can understand from the helping verb, he has spoken English. It's a present perfect tense. But if I write instead of has, had, so then the tense is changed. Then it is showing us past perfect tense. So whenever you change the helping verb in a sentence, so it shows you a different tense. So helping verb first of all shows us the tense, and second, it can change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Like we say, he has spoken English. So affirmative sentence, then we say he has not or he hasn't spoken English. So by the help of hasn't, we can understand that we can change affirmative sentence to negative. We do not need any other helping verb for it. Likewise, we say has he spoken English. So what we change it to question, and the question we change the place of subject and verb to each other, and it become a question. So actually mean that he has spoken English, he hasn't spoken English, has he spoken English. In these three sentences, has is a helping verb. Helping verb perform two function. First of all, it shows is the tense, that which tense is this, and second, it is changing affirmative sentence to negative sentences and interrogative sentences. So it performs two roles. Like first of all, it shows you the tense, that which tense is this, like he has spoken English. So from has we can understand that which tense is this. So it is a present perfect tense. Likewise, if I say he hasn't spoken English, so by the help of it we change affirmative sentence to negative sentence. Likewise, we say has he spoken English, so we change the same sentence to interrogative sentence. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
then
sir,
we have
clear.
auxiliary verb are further divided into three kinds. Auxiliary verb, helping verb are further divided into three. The first one we have like primary auxiliary, then we have modal auxiliary, then we have semi-modal auxiliary. So primary auxiliary we are talking about. They are used to show particular tense and also change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Mean modal auxiliary verbs are those verbs which shows you the tense, that which tense is this. And second, it change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative also. Like Al-Zakbar also here again, he speaks English. So we can see in the negative sentence, he does not speak English. So does is actually primary auxiliary verb. It changed the affirmative sentence to negative. But without the help of does not, without the help of does, we cannot change the first sentence to negative. By the help of does, we change this affirmative sentence to negative. Like we cannot say he not speak English. That's wrong. He does not speak English is correct answer. Likewise, we said, does he speak English? So we change affirmative sentence to interrogative to question by the help of adding does in the start of affirmative sentence. So primary auxiliary verb are those verbs which perform two functions also, which also shows you the tense and which also change the affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Both the qualities are there. Okay, like primary auxiliary are divided into four kinds. Understand? So they are further divided into four kinds. We are not going to talk about that. That is not our topic. Our topic is actually about modal auxiliary verb then. So what are modal auxiliary verb? Then second kind, like we talk about primary auxiliary, modal auxiliary now we have. So model auxiliary, they are used to give special meaning to a sentence and also used to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. And what are model auxiliary? In a model auxiliary, we have can, we have could, we have may, we have might, like will, would, should, must, dare, and need. These are model auxiliary verbs. What is model auxiliary? First of all, you have to understand it. Model auxiliary verbs are those verbs which change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. For example, and also it creates any meaning in a sentence. For example, we have written here, like normally we say sentence, he speaks English. So he speaks English as the sentence. He speaks English as the sentence, which is the simple present tense. And simple present tense shows us daily activity. Understand? Daily activity, like the activity which we perform on daily basis. Like in Urdu, we say that wo English bolta hai. But if you add only can in this sentence, like we say he can speak English. So we didn't bring any other changes into this sentence. We only add can in the same sentence. So this can totally change the meaning of a sentence. It creates its own meaning in this sentence. So that's why we can call it model auxiliary verb. Like before, the meaning of this sentence was wo English bolta hai. Now the meaning of this sentence is wo English bol sakta hai. So what here, the meaning is totally changed. Wo English bolta hai has one meaning and wo English bol sakta hai is another meaning. So mean that in one sentence we are talking about that he performed this action on daily basis. In a second sentence we say that this action is not performed on daily basis, but the person has the talent and ability to do this action. So that's why we say that can is a kind of model auxiliary, a kind of verb which is going to produce its own meaning in a sentence. So that's why we call them model auxiliary. Like I usually give the practical example to my student, that the example of model auxiliary and the example of simple sentences. Like the example of simple sentences is like a water. Understand? Water is normally we say it is colorless. It has no color. And like suppose if you are put a white color, a green color into water, so the water will become green. If you put a red color in the water, so it will become red. If you put a yellow color in the water, so the water become yellow. So same is the case with the model auxiliary. Like model auxiliary, normal sentences example is like a water. It has no color. But if you add can, so can will create its own meaning in that sentence. If you add must in that sentence, so must will give you its own meaning in a sentence. Like if you add might in a sentence, so might will create its own meaning in a sentence. The example of model auxiliary is like color, and the example of common sentence is like a water. If you are going to put any color in the water, so the water create that color. So same is the case with normal sentence. If you say he speaks English, so the meaning is one. But if you say he can speak English, so the meaning is totally different. The meaning is changed actually. So that's why, like we say, he speaks English, so he can speak English. So model auxiliary are performing. One function is that it changes the meaning of a sentence. It's create a new meaning in a sentence. And second, it does not need any other helping verb to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Like we say, he can speak English. So negative sentence we say, he can't speak English. So he can't speak English mean we change this sentence to negative without the help of any other helping verb. Okay, without the help of any other helping verb. We only add not at the end of the can, and it becomes helping verb. It become a negative form. Like we say, can he speak English? So in the same sentence, we bring the can to the start of a sentence. It become a question. Like can is used here in the start of a sentence. So it become a question here. So without the helping verb, without the help of any other sentences, we do not need to add any other helping verb to it. Mean it itself change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. So model auxiliary perform two functions. That first, it creates a very special meaning in a sentence. It creates its own meaning in a sentence. And second, it changes affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. It does not need any other helping verb. Is it clear to all of you?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
question है मेरा.
Sir, the modern auxiliary verb yo pera biu ai sir.
But the model auxiliary lecture the short cover model auxiliary verb are those verbs, that's what the definition they are used to give special meaning to a sentence. دا په سنټنس کې خپل سپیشل مینینګ کریټ کوي هغه مینینګ د خپل مینینګ یې بس د کین سمانه د کین مطلب دې سخته ایبیلیټی موږ د خای دا موږ اوس په ډیسکس کوو یو پاسیبিলিټی موږ د شو کوي اوس که په دلته ما سنټنس لیکل تاسو ته مې به ښکاری یا نه ښکاری
ښکاری سر
ښکاری نو په دې سنټنس کې ما سیمپلی ورته به لیکم دوباره دلته زه یې مچرا he speaks English اوس دا سمپل پرزنټ ټینس ته دې سنټنس څه مطلب دی دې سنټنس په اسانه پښتو کې مطلب دا دی د انګلیش کې خبرې کوي اردو کې he English बोलता है likewise mean it shows daily activity English के मुद्दे तो daily activity वाले तुम तो रोजमर्रा कर रहे हो so it shows daily activity actually knows the simple present tense थे but this sentence के ज़रूर changes ना रावल नंबर्स दल तब सिर्फ से ज़्यादा कम he can speak English او ما جمله صرف د کین اضافه پکې شو تاسو تخکاری صرف د کین اضافه پکې شو نو کین شو د کین د سنټنس سره مینینګ بالکل چینج کوز د دې مینینګ روک شو د مینینګ په غیب شو it doesn't have its own meaning د دې مینینګ مکمل غیب شو I hope it's clear اس ګور انګلیش بولتا ہے دلته مونږ وایو انګلیش بول سکتا ہے اور دلته مطلب بولتا ہے بول سکتا ہے ډیفرنس ہے بولتا ہے مطلب ډیلی خبرې کوي په انګلیش میں بول سکتا ہے انګلیش کې خبرې کوي یا نه کوي د سره زمون کار نشته دی او کې د انګلیش ویلو صلاحیت شته ایبیلیټی پکې شته ټالنت پکې شته دی بدن د څه د پکې د ټالنت د ایبیلیټی مینینګ ظاهر کو د سنټنس څخه اوریجنل مینینګ واغې ودا غیب تاسو د ایگزامپل د دې سنټنس مثال تاسو دی لکه واټر او د دې سنټنس مثال تاسو دی لکه کلر نو تاسو ته مو وی چې مطلب د اوبو څخه کلر نه وي موږ د کلر لیس وایو او کلر مطلب ځان خپل کلر وی نو چې کله مو مطلب د کلر په دوه کې کوم کلر مې اضافه کوو دا مون سره ما کلر راړي ته په دې په کې مطلب مون یلو کلر اضافه کوو نو یلو کلر بدلېږي که په دې کې مون مطلب گرین کلر اضافه کوو نو په دې کې به گرین کلر پیدا کیږي که په دې کې مون مطلب دا چې ریډ کلر اضافه کوو نو ریډ کلر به دا مون تر کې یو دا بس سپینې بیا نه وینو نو دا مطلب مطلب زدري مثال دا څه دی لکه کلر او د واټر اگزامپل د عام سنټنس مثال دا څه دی لکه واټر نو کلر څخه نو بوتي واشه نه به خپل رنگ پیدا کوي نو دا څه ماډل زدري چې په عام سنټنس کې استعمال کړو دا به خپل مینینګ پیدا کوي is it clear now
yes sir thank you sir
yes sir
سوال ده سر
جی yes
سر دا ماډل auxiliary verb د سر ټنس سره تعلق شته د سر چې دا موږ صرف present tense کې به یوز کوو کو نه هر ټنس کې یوز کوو
نه دا مختلف tenses کې یوز کېدي شي it doesn't matter that you will only use it in present tense ماډل auxiliary ځان ته خپل باندې tense شو کوي لکه کین او ځان ته present شو کوي خو دا کین سیکنډ فارم بیا سره هغه کوډ دی
yes sir
ټیک شو کنه تا ته هم د tense دی په اړه لیکل چې دا simple present tense کې ورته نه استعمالي simple present tense ځان ته بل څه د کین ځان ته بل څه دی او دا simple present tense مطلب هم دا چې د کین دی ته meaning ورکو د خپل meaning پیدا کو ته د ماډل auxiliary ډېر زبردست فنکشن دی خپل meaning پیدا کوي په سنټنس کې بدل ته موږ دې پورې دا خبره کوو دا په ټنس کې نه استعمال دا په خپل باندې یو ټنس دی ٹھیک شو
yes
دې او دا کین سیکنډ فارم چې کوم دی کوډ دی نو چې کله فاس کې خبره کوي نو کوډ به استعمال یا به کین نه استعمال ٹھیک شو مطلب دې ټول خپل فارمونه موجود دي بیا دې پرزنت فارم هم شته او دې پاست فارم هم شته تاسو مطلب او سره به استعمالوي اوکې نور څه کوېسچن okay no question so then we will go forward please to the next بدې کې موږ دې خبرم دا موکا کوم چې دا افرمیټیو او نیگیټیو د چینج کو لکه موږ د بعد نیم سنټنس د نور هیلپینګ ورب ضرورت راځي لکه دا جمله موږ لیکلې هی سپیکس انګلیش لکه دا څنګه نیگیټیو د چینج کوم دي ته ماته د دې هیلپینګ ورب ضرورت راغو ډز نه ماته د ضرورت ته پدې کې هی ډز ناٹ سپیک انګلیش بغیر د ډز نه زدا سنټنس د افرمیټیو او نیگیټیو ته نشم چینج کولای
yes sir
خو دلته په تاسو په سکرین باندې وګورئ تاسو د ښکاری هی کین سپیک انګلیش ودلته مو کینسر ناٹ لګولې دي بس کین باندې سنټنس نه غوړل څنګه شوی دی ناٹ خو بدل لازم نه لګي ناٹ خو د نیگیټیو سنټنس یو بیسیک فنکشن دی خو کله کله دا سی وی چې دلته کوم ناٹ نه ګورو په ناٹ سره سره موډه سم اضافه کړی دی د داس په ذریعہ باندې موږ د سنټنس نه غوړل چینج کو خو کین ته بل هیلپینګ ورب ضرورت نه دی په خپل باندې ګورو ځان ته بس کار لري ګورو صوبه دا ټیک شو کنه د سنټنس هم فارمیټو نه غوړل چینج کوي او سنټنس کې نوې مینینګ هم پیدا کوي نو دغه دواړه کار په خپل باندې موجوده ده بل هیلپینګ ورب بالکل ضرورت نشته دغه دواړه کوالټي ځکه د ماډل اکسلري ورب وایي. اوکې ماډل اکسلري بیا د کم تاسو د سکرین باندې ښکاری they are can, could, may, might, will, would, should, dare and need. دا ټول موږ سره ماډل اکسلري ورب دي. اوکې دا به یو بیا راځو مطلب چې کوم دی موږ سیمه ماډل اکسلري ته ماډل اکسلري باندې خپل پیښوي نو سیمه ماډل اکسلري باندې تاسو څه کوي بیا
سر څنګه چې موږ جمله کې وو he cannot speak English سر د can not راشي نو دا ورب شو کنه سر دا لکه سر تاسو can دا غاړه کنه نو دا can not موږ ورته یوز کوو not
ستا په کوم څه باندې مچو نه پیغام لګ دوباره ریپیټ کې کوېسچن
تاسو لګو دا بورډ ته کوم لیکل کنه he can speak English سر خبرو کچې مونږ داس ناټ سره بیا داس لګاو کنه چې انټراګیټو نیگیټیو ته چینج کوو سر دا مونږ داسې ویل شو چې he cannot speak English نو دا ناټ چې دې سره استعمال شو کینسر سر
نه داس کو کینسر نه استعمال شوی داس کو he speaks سره استعمال شو he speaks simple present tense ته الته کې اسم لګیدل بچو ورب سره a simple present tense ته ټیک ته کنه نو موږ داسې ته داس استعمال کو نیگیټیو چینج کول د simple present tense کې د ضرورت دی دلته خو خپل باندې په افرمیټیو سنټنس کې کین موجود دی په دې کې څه شته نه لګیسل کی او په دې کې الریډي کین موجود دی په دې کې تاسو نیگیټیو چینج کین او تاسو صرف کین نه پس نه لګی تاسو بل څه ځکه کول ضرورت نشته هیلپینګ ورب او ناٹ هیلپینګ ورب نه ناٹ ورب اف نیگیشن دی نو مطلب دا ما خبر دا چې ماډل اکسلري ته بل هیلپینګ ورب ضرورت نه وي او دې ته بل هیلپینګ ورب ضرورت راځي دا په کې مین ډیفرنس ته پاتوالو کی
ٹھیک شو سر تھینک یو
ویش می کناوس
اٹس کلیئر
اوکې راځو دا بیا یو ډیسکس کوو ون بای ون په لږه د سیمه ماډل اکسلري تم تاسو پیژنئ بیا ټول یو تر راځو سیمه ماډل اکسلري تر راځو پلیز سیمه ماډل اکسلري ورب اوس چې سیمه تاسو پیژنئ تاسو د دواړو ډیفرنس معلوم شي they are used to give a special meaning to a sentence but cannot change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative sentence اوس ګوره تاسو ماډل اکسلري د ماډل اکسلري تاسو دوه کوالټي بیان کړئ فرست کوالټي سو چې it change or create a new meaning in a sentence په سنټنس کې یو نوی meaning create کړي او دا غي دویم فنکشن سو د ماډل اکسلري چې د افرمیټیو سنټنس نیگیټیو دا او انټراګیټیو کوم چینج کړي تر بل هیلپینګ ضرورت نشته دی دوه کوالټیز پکې دي ٹھیک شو بیا موږ سره سمې ماډل اکسلري دي اوس سمې مطلب څه دی سمې مطلب باندې تاسو پیږئ سمې مین هاف تاسو اکثر نو اوریدلې سمې ګورنمنت ارګنایزیشن سو سمې مطلب مین هاف نیم نو اوس دې ته سمې ماډل اکسلري ولې وایي اوس دغه یو کوالټي ور سمې ماډل اکسلري ولا موجود ته خو بل پکې د اکسلري ولا نشته دی it has one quality of model auxiliary verb and one quality of model auxiliary verb is missing from it. So that's why like I come to the quality one to create a new meaning in a sentence and second to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. So that your quality shwa or the bala quality shwa the quality shwa. So that matlab pura model auxiliary shwa. Us pate ke da your quality shta de. Tik shwa kana. So that bala quality pate ke missing da pate nishta de. نو د څه چې یو کوالټي دا ځکه ته موږ سیمه ماډل اکسلري ورکوي اوس پته کې کومه کوالټي شته کومه پکې نشته دا سوال دی it change the meaning of a sentence it create its own meaning in a sentence دغه په سنټنس کې خپل meaning پیدا کوي خو چې کله ته سنټنس افرمیټیو ته یا نیگیټیو ته چینج کړي نو د خپل باندې نشي چینج کول یا غلط راځي بیا دته د ډو داس ضرورت دی د ډمی ماډل اکسلري ضرورت دی لکه موږ هم لاین کې لیکل تاسو د بختاري it needs dummy auxiliary to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. Dummy auxiliary do does not take the variation. Like I tell you example, though he has the screen by name Ali has to speak English. Now Ali has to speak English. Tasu gori was this sentence tam umaga khabar ko Ali speaks English. Ali speaks English. Ali English bolta hai. And if we say Ali has to speak English, so Ali ko English bolna chahiye. So the meaning is different here. The meaning is changed. Because of what? Because of has. But if you think about negative sentence, so negative the mung da sunu kuch has sar monato lagulu da na lagi de sar wrong de. Tache da chunke semi model auxiliary de. The semi model auxiliary mung negative the change ko sab sari bande by the help of does not be changed it. A negative kita su gori Ali does not have to speak English. But then the mung the affirmative sentence negative da sab matlab bane change ko the bill helping what matlab bane mo change ko. We change it from affirmative sentence to negative sentence by the help of another helping verb, like Ali has to speak English, Ali doesn't have to speak English. Interrogative with asuguri, we also add does in the start of a structure, like does Ali have to speak English? So we add in the affirmative sentence, in the start of affirmative sentence, does. So here model auxiliary perform one function, it create any meaning in a sentence, but it is unable to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. So that's why we call it semi-model auxiliary. Is it clear?
Sir.
Sir, your सवाल है.
Okay. Anybody who has a question, you can ask.
Sir, the has to speak English. Na sir, chemung negative sentence. Gur no sir has pa have used seven. Sir, thus difference संग दे.
wow. Da ba inshallah da ba discuss ko. Da ba change ki che kala mun sir das rashi. No de bana maza khabar ko tasu sara. Zam da one by one ba discuss ko ki inshallah detail ke discuss ko. ठीक था? له دا sentence بس دي وقت تاسو مين فوکس نه پکار. تاسو دې وخت کې مین فوکس دا پکار چې تاسو ډیفرنس پیژنئ د ماډل اکسلری په درمیان کې او سیمی ماډل اکسلری په بیان کې تاسو ګورئ د نیکسټ سکرین ته وګورئ دا ګوره دا دې کې هاز ټو هاف ټو بدل ته موږ ډیسکس کوم چې هاز ټو بچرته استعمالېږي هاف ټو بچرته استعمالېږي اگزامپل اف هاز ټو هاف ټو دی ټیک شو هاف ټو دی دا ټول به موږ ون بای ون ډیسکس کوو ټیک ته کنه خبره باندې تاسو
जी सर
تاسو دې صرف دوه ډیفرنس پیژنئ چې بچو د ماډل اکسلری او د سیمی ماډل اکسلری په درمیان کې څه ډیفرنس دی ٹھیک شو کرا او auxiliary دیګون سره مطلب پرایمری auxiliary دی د پرایمری auxiliary ماډل auxiliary او سیمی ماډل auxiliary په دې درې وړو کې څه ډیفرنس ونه موږ ډیسکس کړل ماډل auxiliary وګوره سیزه یې ډېر شارټلی بیا ډیسکس کوم ماډل auxiliary primary model auxiliary are those verbs. Let me share the screen also, it will be easy. تاسو وګورئ primary model auxiliary ته the primary model auxiliary کې موږ دوه خبرې کوو this sentence can have a meaning not create kai. It does not create any meaning in a sentence. It simply shows you the tense and change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. They were sirf the tense show the tense come or sirf affirmative sentence पर negative था और interrogative result. देखिए that वो qualities थी. There as मतलब गोरा the three किस्म दी भी हम सरा primary auxiliary दे ठीक शो primary auxiliary खबर हम लोग का या model auxiliary दे the model auxiliary बता तो शो गई. Model auxiliary create any meaning in a sentence and change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative also. देखिए वाला quality सी अगर सिर्फ मतलब tense खोलो और sentence affirmative और negative change खोलो. दे tense ना कही दे मतलब चेक दे sentence के लिए meaning create कही and change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. दे sentence affirmative और negative दे interrogative दे सकते. Semi model auxiliary मुक्त सही. Semi model auxiliary. वो देखिए वे दो quality खुली मतलब देखिए जो quality है it does not create any meaning in a sentence. दे पर sentence को कोई meaning नहीं create कही. हो दे sorry create कही. हो दे affirmative sentence negative तो interrogative change को दे. It create any meaning in a sentence but unable to change affirmative sentence to negative and interrogative. नमून दगल main difference था सोना ने पहचाने जो semi model primary auxiliary से तो वही semi model auxiliary से तो वही model auxiliary से तो वही जब हम मतलब discuss को model auxiliary में सकता सो की स्क्रीन बने वाला था सो कतल रिगी मुंगुम में केन दे could they may might will would shall should etc दा मतलब मुंगन by one बिल क्लास के discuss को सबा क्लास के tomorrow क्लास के अब यहाँ मतलब semi model auxiliary को मुंग सरला ने था सो तफ्तारी there has to have to had to ought to and used to तो हम discuss को जो have to has to से द पर इस्तेमालेगी had to से द पर इस्तेमालेगी ought to sing इस्तेमालेगी used to sing इस्तेमालेगी sentence की भी sing इस्तेमालो बदे माने इंशाल्लाह सबा क्लास की मुंग खबरें को तासु कंदे के नस क्वेश्चन ही तासु मैंने क्वेश्चन को लेशे please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, the demi auxiliary verb sarji dara ta yosal bi huwa da the use
Demi
of do or does
auxiliary do does and did was the demi auxiliary relation. Do does and did the three come verbs the demi auxiliary verb relation. Okay,
सर यहाँ पर जो लिखा है आई डजंट हैव टू स्पीक इंग्लिश इसका क्या मतलब है ट्रांसलेशन इसकी क्या है
repeat please repeat again.
सर तासु लिखो अली डज नॉट हैव टू स्पीक इंग्लिश इस टेंस का क्या मतलब है اردو में
دا ټینس نه بچو کنه دا auxiliary verbs دي او دا auxiliary verb د خپل مطلب لري دې مطلب د چاهیه تا ته مو په دې باندې یو باندې موږ سبا په کلاس کې خبرې کوو چې has to څه د ویل شي څه لپاره استعمالېږي د have to څه مطلب دی د hate to څه مطلب دی out to څه مطلب دی used to څه مطلب دی د دې په مطلب باندې ان شاء الله موږ سبا په نیکسټ کلاس کې په یو باندې خبرې کوو ډیټیل کې ځان خپل ډیټیل غوړي باقاعده زموږ نن کلاس دې باندې کې تاسو سره مطلب پہले ریگولر ورب تاسو ډیفرنس پیژنئ چې ریگولر ورب څه ته ویل شي ایریګولر ورب څه ته ویل شي زه سمری بیان کوم نن تاسو ته بیا موږ اکسلری ورب بیان کړل په اکسلری ورب کې موږ درې قسم بیان کړل پرایمری اکسلری ورب ماډل اکسلری ورب سیمی ماډل اکسلری ورب ماډل اکسلری ورب څه ته وایي پرایمری اکسلری څه ته وایي ماډل اکسلری څه ته وایي سیمی اکسلری څه ته وایي اوس ځان ته ماډل اکسلری ځان ته بلا شری ته خپل مانو کتل کین دی بغه کې پای کې پټ دی اوس کین څه لپاره استعمالېږي کوټ څه لپاره استعمالېږي ویل څه لپاره استعمالېږي وټ څه لپاره استعمالېږي مې مایټ څه لپاره استعمالېږي په دې ټول باندې موږ ان شاء الله سبا په کلاس کې 1 by 1 باندې ډیټیل کې خبرې کوو ار یو ځان خپل ډیټیل غواړي بیا باقاعده دې باندې موږ خبرې کوو تاسو می ماډل اکسلری کې څه کوم دی هاز ټو ا have to ورته بسکرین باندې ښکاریم they are used they are کوم دی has to have to د 3 نمبر لاین کې وره had to are to and used to نو په has to have to باندې خبرې کوو په had to باندې بل خبرې کوو په are to باندې بل خبرې کوو په used to باندې هم بل خبرې کوو دا بس یو بل ایکسپلین کوم سبا تاسو ته ټیک شو دلته صرف تاسو د ډریمونو چې کوم اکسلریز دي په دې کې ډیفرنس تاسو باندې کې ډیفرنس د دې سری سمپل دا مین لیکچر نو څه کوېسچن شته پلیز
yes sir no sir
Explain primary auxiliary.
जी जी ये तاسو واس کلیئر راځي سوچ کوېسچن کې تاسو پلیز بچي چیټ کې کوېسچن وکړئ
सर जी अटेंडेंस सर बस को
اټینډ واس تاسو مال ریکارډینګ کو تاسو ما سره الریډي اټینډنس دلته راغل او اب ان شاء الله تاسو اټینډنس لګوم اوکے تاسو به دا چیټ کې تاسو خپل نمونه بس دغه کوي او چې کوم سټوډنټان پریزنټ دي بس هغه کې پریزنټ لیکي په چیټ کې بس ما ته پته ولګي زه به تاسو ټول پریزنټ ولګم چې به پریزنټ لیکل ټیک دی چې نه لیکل هغه به کې لیکي خپل پریزنټ اوکے تاسو کوېسچن شته نور بچو
No, sir.
Okay. So, start with another question. Nishta, that's the end of our class, and tomorrow we will take our class at the same time. So, because among couple class, couple time bande, 9:30 bande start ki. Again, तासो मतलब 9:30 bande total couple class online ki. او خپل ټایم مطلب چې کوم دې مزه کوي او لرنینګ کوي تاسو څه قسمه کوېسچن وي تاسو مطلب واتس اپ ګروپ کې مو کوېسچن کولای شئ زه دا غي تاسو ته مطلب واتس اپ ګروپ کې بیا فردر ایکسپلینیشن کولای شم بغیر پکچرز هغه پکچرز تاسو ته خپل مانو باسم او تاسو ته مطلب چې کوم دې نو واپس واتس اپ ګروپ کې تاسو سره شیر کوم هغه صحیح ده
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so that's the end of our class and see you tomorrow at the same time with the new lecture and goodbye. You can leave one by one.
Thank you.
Yarab
Yes.